Hello, this is Teresa, and I've got this little graphic that I've just created that will help me to remember the things that I want to highlight to folks when they come to see my videos. First of all is that I'd love if you would visit my group, Junk Journaling United. It is going to be a very low-key, easy place for people to hang out that share the love of junk journaling. So if you wanted to talk about something that you had for sale, all depending on how aggressive a person might be with that, they will be welcome to do that. And it's going to be a trial and error, and the bottom line is I'll have the last say, because I wouldn't want it to get bogged down and people not to be able to have fun in it. So next thing is, please subscribe, like, and comment, because that inspires me. So if I've inspired you in any way, I'd love for you to inspire me to continue to make more videos. And then there are other links in the description, such as a Happy Mail address for me. If someone were to send me Happy Mail, I would love to reciprocate and send them some Happy Mail. Again, I'm a low-key person, so just a couple little items to share between each other. Of course, it'd be okay for me to get carried away, but if I got carried away, it would be like probably pages or cheap little things. Nothing really spectacular. I'm just starting to build my older collection of items and my overseas items, such as UK, Italy, and Germany. And I feel like there's one other location that I might be getting something from, but it's not coming to me right now. So that's the business part of things. Let's go ahead and get started. I am calling this Glue Book Monday. So I love to get into, when my scraps get full, which I have a scrap pile over here. Let me just move the camera to show that. So yep, there's a scrap pile of scraps over there. And this is my glue book. This is a book that I got. So far, took me a while, but I started to do some decoration on the outside, and I like what I did with the binding there. And then I may do more here on the back. I need a sander. A sander would be fun. I wonder if, what I have is these little emery boards. I wonder if something like this would do something cool. Ooh, I kind of think that it would. It'd be a lot of work, though. It'd be easier if I had a big sanding block instead of this little tiny thing. I like how it mutes out the gold. It makes it look more vintage-like. I like everything to look muted and vintage and grungy. That is my style. Okay, let's go back to this. Now, these kind of digitals are cool because this reminds me of like old-fashioned wallpaper. So that sort of thing is fun for me. And this didn't glue down very good, so I'm just going to pull on it, because I do that sometimes. Just to give it more of a look that I like. Okay, these 2 pages are done. So we're going to look at this page here. And this is my glue papers, my glue lid. Let's go ahead and put some glue down right here. And let's put some of this down. My thoughts for this is that I'm a step person. So you do this step, and then this step, and then this step. And my thoughts for this is that for these finished pages, I could just come in here and I could tear one of these pages out and use it for like a page in a journal, or I was thinking I could take 2 or 3 pages and turn it into a master board that I could use for a journal cover. Lots of opportunities. And I haven't started using my glue book for that kind of thing, but it's an idea in the making, in the planning. I think that's upside down, but oh well. Tear off some of that white. Can't really see my gluing over here, but I don't think you really need to. Everybody most likely knows how to put glue on. And that seems to be upside down. Oh, I got a lot of glue on my hand. So I encourage you that if you do this sort of thing, don't think a lot about it. Have a bunch of various things available and just go for it. This is from a McCall sewing pattern. And really the back is lovely as a front. I'm keeping my eye out so I can snag some more of this. I love it. Really looks good on a masterboard with thinking of my words, with Mod Podge. That was the word I wanted. I'm not doing any inking this session. I do ink quite a bit, even when I'm collaging, but I'm not going to this session. This clip is hard on my hands, but I make it work. We had hamburgers and potato chips for dinner tonight. Just something easy and quick. What'd you have for dinner tonight? It's a fun strip. Most of these I have no idea where they came from. That's what's kind of fun about a scrap pile, is you have these forgotten resources, forgotten fun things that you've used before, and I think that's upside down too. I'm getting real good at doing things upside down tonight. Fine. I just need a little piece. Ooh, this looks like vintage music. That'll be good there. That's upside down too. Oh man, maybe I should just give up. Cool piece of Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. That'll work. Ooh, I like the other side better, which you shall see in a second. I love measuring tapes, measuring tape images. Okay, now let's put something up there. And this, we'll call this a wrap. Sometimes I just like to cover it all with nice big pages. And those are birds right there, so that is the top. I went through my scrap envelope before I turned the video on, because last night, I think it was, when I did a video, I was kind of disgusted at myself at how messy this envelope is. It had a bunch of stuff that really should have been in the trash. So I took care of that. What was I making last night? I was making some fun, page corners. I think that's what they're called. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this away. And I'm going to get me a bigger sander. Okay, so move some things out of my way. I'm not really into this stuff for junk journaling. It's great for card making, but I'm going to keep it because I think I'm going to cut out the flowers. Okay. So we had this corner, and then we had this corner. These two, I have the corner hardware on there. And then we have this one and this one. Okay, let me just take them all out. I think that's all. Nope, one more. Two more. Okay. One of these is sealed up. I think it's this one. Yep, I goofed this one and I sealed it up. So I'm actually going to throw that away because that's more trouble than it's worth. Okay, this one needs decorated. I'll put all the ones that need decorated in this pile. This one is done. This one is done. Isn't that cute with the little bee on it? To be decorated. To be decorated. Finished decorating. To be decorated. Finished decorating. Finished decorating. This one is, I don't know what you would call it. A cutoff page corner. So this is my scripture journal. It's more writing than anything else. And so I will use this to demonstrate these. So they, if you didn't watch last night's video, they go on like this. Now I can see where the tips get kind of messy. So I'm going to have to watch that. This one, I love how you use double-sided paper. And it just goes on very nicely like that. Now, how are we going to decorate that? I don't think this is going to work. Almost. Funny how you don't know until you put something down. I'm just going to hang 10 with that for a minute. See if I got anything else in here. That's from a kid's book. No way, that wouldn't work. I don't think I have anything else in here. Well, let's give that a try. just remembered why I had a scrap of this paper. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute. Hopefully I won't forget, because I have a 5-second memory. Really is kind of fun. So, in Scrimping Mommy Facebook group, Amanda gives out freebies a lot, about once a week. And right now her freebies, she's like, she's introducing them like once a week for this one, that when all of them have come out, it will be a kit, and it's called English Country Garden or something like that. And last night I started fiddling with it, working through the digitals that have been made available so far, and then I got it just evolved to where I started putting it together as a journal, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So let me cap this glue before I forget. This is not finished, but it's another good start. And I just wanted to show this real quick. So this goes like this. And like you could have like a big circle image or something, you know, and put it on like that. It would just be kind of cool. We'll see where that takes me to. Alright, so I'm gonna quit working on these again. Put them back in my box. Back in my work box. Okay. Now, get rid of my scripture journal. And so the first thing that really came out that was kind of related to the colors and designs that she's using were these ribbon spools. And then she encouraged folks to make a box for the ribbon spools to go in. Well, she gave this freebie of this beautiful background paper to use on the box for the ribbon spools. So in my mind, this image is really the first image, because if you look at this, she used this image for these other freebies. So in my mind, this was the first one, and then she did these flashcards. And I printed these out on very vanilla cardstock, and every time I look at it, I just love it, the way it printed. I can't put it in words, but I just love these. So then the next freebie she gave was this page, which is a portrait page. And I turned around because I didn't want a tall journal. I don't usually do tall journals. I have one that I just started to, and one's taller than the other, but it's not something that I usually do. So, and I've not completed anything that is a tall journal. So I turned this into a sideways page, which I still like it like that. And then she came out with this. These are journal cards, and there's 2 of these, and I backed those with some sturdy paper. And I used one of her file folders from, I think this was the last digital before she came out with this digital. And so it was 2 of these journal cards. Here's my other one right here. And the other one is a pocket. I turned it into a pocket. So I didn't get to the point where, okay, so I used this paper and I backed it with one of her music pages. I love this one because it has writing on it. And then I used this as a page. And then I pulled, whoops, what's going on here? We have a loose area here. Okay, hopefully that fixed it. Then I pulled, I don't know what I did with it. I started pulling pages. You know what? I think I actually started pulling the pages in my mind and I didn't really do it. So one of the things I wanted was one of these, but that one's torn. All of them are torn. That's okay. It'll look good. Let's put my work basket back so I can have a little bit more room. Okay. Which one do I want? I want it to look like a country garden. I don't know. That kind of... Ooh. It's got to be that. It has to be that. I'm not even going to look at the other ones. Kind of. Okay. And I decided I like that rough look on the side. So this page is going to get you know what? I think I'm going to make that my middle page so that it'll open up and you can see the whole thing. So this is another instance where I say, if you come up with an idea, just go with it. You can make more journals if you decide you wished you would have done it a different way. I'm just trying to fold this as neatly in half as I possibly can. Okay, this is my middle page. Like that. And it looks like it's a little too long to go with the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit off here. And a little off here. Now that will go. Okay, but isn't that a fun idea to just start creating as she releases the pages or the ephemera or whatever? And then in the meantime, like I grabbed another image from that book that I just used for the center page, and I grabbed some of the other ephemera that she's made in the past. These are some more flashcards. This would be from the Secret Garden, I think. This is probably from Journaling Basics. This would be from the Secret Garden. It's a cute little coin envelope. This is from Vintage Sewing or something like that. Vintage Seamstress. And I just made a hidden paper clip with that. And this is from Journaling Basics, probably. Not sure about this piece. This would be from, I want to say that Lilac that she released, but it might be Secret Garden. This is from that one that had the butterfly children. And then there's just a little ephemera piece back here. I have no idea where this came from, but both sides are good for journaling. Yep. So this is a big piece. So I'm going to look and see if I can find any long tags that I have created from her stuff. I see a B one right off the bat. Ooh, it's kind of long. Where'd it go? Is it right here? Yep. That could go in there. I wished it was a little taller. These are from Tim Holtz. That's from mine. Here's Tim Holtz with one of her digitals. Something with one of her digitals. Still not tall enough. Another B, but they're all the same height. Ooh, that one's a little taller. It's not her digital, but it's not somebody else's digital either. This is my ephemera. That's kind of cute. It might end up being that one. This is my guide for what I want it to be taller. That's taller, but I don't know what that is. So I'm not going to put it in this one. This is a stuffed envelope. Yeah, I'm not going to use those. Nope, none of those. This one's huge. This is mine. Kind of cool. I think that one's a winner. It's big. It's got journaling space on the back. It's just some technical book I had that I stenciled with some texture paste. I don't know where that's just an image that I stamped on there. I don't know how I got all that cool stuff on there. And then this is probably Tim Holtz ephemera and probably Tim Holtz ephemera, and no clue where that came from. But I think that was made to be there. Yay, that's cool. Okay, well, I think it's really fun to just do a little bit at a time and not get carried away, because I think it's going to be fun to see how my journal evolves as a result of that. So I intend to pull out a piece of straw paper to go in here. Probably another piece of vintage paper. And I decided I wanted to put more, when I say vintage, I meant music vintage paper. I decided I wanted to put more real vintage. In this So that means I'm going to pull out this folder, and I'm going to get into my stash that I'm hoarding. So this is real vintage paper. Let's see if I can find some dates. No dates there. Okay, this says, well, Melbourne 1880, Adelaide 1887. I don't know what those dates are for. But I'm guessing this is probably at least somewhere around early 1900. It says this thing was exhibited 1883, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so we're looking for the garden image, the garden theme. This one says 1959. This one says 1929. And then we've got some Braille paper. This says 1959. So this is about the 1960s. More Braille paper. This says $1869. Really? You think this is 1869? I think it is. So I think I'm going to use this as a page, not the whole thing. This is just like some wallpaper scraps, which is very cool. This is some more Braille paper. Any dates on this? What's the date on this one? 1883. Cool. This is 1897. I don't think so. Ooh, what in the world is this? Where did these come from? It was stuck in here. Ooh. Ooh, this is really cool. 1880? Oh my gosh. This is very cool. And this one, January 16th, February 1st, 1913. This is so brittle. Yeah, this is 1913. Not sure that that would withhold as a page, or stand as a page. That was a very exciting find right there. And then we got maps. That would make a cool page, but it's not very country-like. Trying to stay with country. So these are little tiny pages. Ooh, I wonder, I think this is rag paper. I don't know, because I really don't know what rag paper is, but I think this might be what Rachel of Roxy Creations calls rag paper. This looks very cool. You know what? The problem is there's just too much to choose from. Did I just say that? I don't believe I just. Ooh, look at that beautiful Edith Holden page. This actually goes with my country garden. Ooh, this really goes with my country garden. I gotta look at what her, let's see. I gotta look at what the name of the kid is. Give me a minute here. Friday freebies. Country garden, just country garden. Okay, so this would go really good with my country garden. And yeah. So we'll take the last piece. It was wanting to come off anyways. Oh my, isn't that beautiful? 1892. Okay. This is very cool. So, none of these really look like gardening. Oh, this is so cool. But I think this paper would hold up well. Are any of these torn already? I don't like that one because it has a witch on it. No witches for Teresa. So this one I will just tear up. I will get rid of the witch. That's just how I roll. So this is going to be a page. It's not real country garden, but it's interesting. So there's that. And then I think we'll just fold this and put that in there, because I did want to go vintage heavy on this journal. And I really have been enjoying reading the stories from this wrong side of life. I spent quite a bit of time searching out the book and reading it online and really enjoyed it. Okay. Oh, there's the other music page I saw. I think this is like, oh, this is a rations card. Ooh, that's super cool. Does that have a year on it? Do they put a year on the form? You know, I'm not, my degree is in history, but, you know, history can cover so many different areas of time and categories of time, and I don't know what year rations were a thing. Oh boy, look at that. I have a piece of music that has a year on it. This one so far does not appear to have a year on it. It's a really strong piece of music though. No year. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to try and stick all that back in there during this video. Just going to lay it aside and I think I have some vintage music paper in this box down here. No, that's not where it is. It's in my music envelope. That's a big piece. Edward Elgar, 1902, renewed 1930. But that's too big. Well, maybe not. Just a little bit. I don't want to waste any of that though. Should I just take half a page and put it in there? Oh yeah, I like that. We're going to take just half a page because I'm still a hoarder and this is a good halfway step for me. Okay, so we'll fold that in half. And put that in here. And this is the center. So this is going to go on the other side of here, and I'm going to need some more digitals from her for this kit so I can have vintage digital, so on and so forth. So we're going to have this page in here, and we're going to have this page in here, and then we're going to have this page in here, and then we're going to have this page in here. And then with the digitals that she comes out with, I think that'll be enough, because that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be like 11 pages. And I think that will be nice. Or 12. I don't know if I counted this one. Yep, that'll be cool. So now I just will put this on hold until Amanda comes out with some more digitals. And this one is going to be too long. This one is going to stick out right there. So, oh boy, decisions. I think I'm going to do some little, oh, that will be pretty. I'm going to do some little tiny tuck pockets with this because I don't want to tear any of this off. So I'm going to tuck pocket that. I think it would be more fun to tuck pocket it that way. Yep, I like that. So now that one is ready. And what am I going to do with you? You're too tall. I'm just going to tear the bottom off a little bit. I'll take the ragged edge off of that. I love this piece of music paper. Can't remember if my friend got that for me or where I got that. I'm trying not to let it get bent. Okay. Now, I have to be very careful. I usually don't tear this way, but I think I'll be safer to keep from doing any damage to the rest of the page if I do it this way. There we go. Yep, that fits in there pretty good. I might tear just a tiny bit more off, but that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to take why that hurt. One of these big gold clips. That I use for sewing my pamphlets together to do my pamphlet stitch. And I'm just going to use this for a temporary method to keep all this together while I'm working on it. Yep, and it goes above here, above my workbox. Yep. And, or actually I'll probably go over here in this journal box of journals that are waiting to be completed. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And sorry I got distracted with going through the vintage papers. It's a lot of fun. So I will see you in the next video, hopefully, and thanks for visiting.